Hey, hey, hey. We're back with another episode of the Sacred and Profane Podcast. It's your favorite embodied goddess, Neftara Grace. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm just gonna light up some cedar for the smudge. Cause you know what? Y'all. What did my kids tell me today? It's 8 days till Christmas. And we gotta get it in. We gotta get it in. We gotta get it in. Listen up. Um, what's going on where you are? What's going on where you are? What's going on? I can hear you thinking. That's a lot, isn't it? Yeah, that's how it is at the end of the year, but you guys already know. So there's a lot that wants to come through, but let's find out what we're actually going to do. But first, we're going to go to the rooms, because the rooms always have a really good idea of what it is and what it ain't, right? Now, I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty excited. But I have kids, so tis the season to get excited if you have kids, and if you don't have kids, get excited anyway. If you're a grown person, don't be Scrooge, okay? Be Cratchit, but don't be Scrooge. I was doing this thing earlier today, and it was like, how do you like to celebrate? I am one of those people. I love to watch the Christmas movies. I'm not gonna lie, that's my thing, the Christmas movies. We've got Dagaz out here for the light within, intuition, like something's gonna dawn on you. We got Teiwaz for victory. Ooh, this is like the god tier. This is the rune of the warrior. I've been feeling that, and I figure that's what we're gonna talk about. We got Wunjo for heritage, like kinship, heritage, joy, right? The kind that you inherit from your ancestors. Y'all, I got a serious issue, you guys. I got a serious issue. Let me tell you about it real quick before we get into this podcast episode. I am a gardener, right? Like that's who I be. It's how I am. I'm a cosmic gardener. I garden here in this realm. I love to garden. Now, some of my babies, it's too cold for them outside where I am. I don't know where you are, but where I am, it's too cold for them outside. And some babies, they just don't do well inside. And I just want to take a moment and let you know that I got a baby who's not doing well inside. It's a tropical baby. And I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure something out. I don't know what, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm telling you, I'm gonna figure it out. My Fern is okay. She ain't happy either, but it's rough inside. What can we say? It's rough. All right. Um, Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about what this year has been. I'll talk about what you can expect in the next year. Now, again, I follow the astrological timeline, so my new year starts March of 2025. You have to listen to your own self and find out what timeline you're on and live your life accordingly, okay? But we're going to talk about spiritual warfare in this episode. I didn't know if we were ever going to get around to this, but why the hell not? Because it's really, really real. And I'm going to tell you, one of the things that just absolutely irks me is how spiritual warfare is such a very real part of our life and nobody talks about it. Oh my goodness. Can we just can we just chop that up for a moment? It's like, and I mean this, you live life and people, you know how people say, oh, I wish we had an instruction book. I wish we had an instruction manual for life. No, you don't. No, you don't, because you wouldn't read it if you had one. And I mean that. I mean that. I didn't expect that to come out, but I mean that though. I really do. The bottom line is we are multi-dimensional beings. We are physical beings, duh, mental, emotional, and etheric or energetic or spiritual, however you want to say that last one. You see what I mean? That last piece. Because it's so ethereal, it's not attached to anything. Okay? It's really not. Like your soul is attached to your emotional body, but your spirit is not attached to anything until you choose for it to be attached to something. Okay? Now that's free game for you. All right? Now, because it's not attached to anything until you choose for it to be attached to something, it is so It's coming through like loosey goosey. I don't want to say that, but I'm gonna go for it. It's so loosey goosey that people walk around like it's not real. Dumbest thing I've ever seen. That's like walking around saying, thinking like, or no, walking around pretending that gravity isn't real because you can't see gravity. The dumbest thing. The dumbest thing. But in our defense, when we go to school, they teach us about gravity. When we go to school, they do not teach us about our spiritual self. They just don't do it. They don't do it. They don't do it. I think they don't do it on purpose, but I'm not going to get into that at this exact moment in time right here, right now. What I am going to say is we all experience spiritual warfare. We all do. What sucks is that so many of us are not aware of what it is and when it's happening. And so we live our lives blindly. We're literally blindly living life. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. Now, you know who does know about spiritual warfare? That's right, your local government. That's right. They know all about spiritual warfare. Now, you may be asking yourself, if some people know about it, why don't they tell the rest of us about it? But you're smart. I'm not going to insult your intelligence. I'm going to let you figure out for yourself, and I bet you do it fast too, why someone who does know about spiritual warfare would not tell other people who don't know about spiritual warfare. Okay? You go ahead and figure that one out. As a matter of fact, for the people who do talk about spiritual warfare, they are often villainized and demonized as crazy. Uh, I mean, really crazy kind of captures it. kind of captures it. I'm reminded right now of, y'all know it's karma season out here. Do y'all know about that? Y'all know it's judgment season. I mean, when you look around, you see judgment happening. Like for real judgment, not the fake kind. Not the kind that's on the reality TV show. So we just came out of Mercury retrograde. Okay, we just had a full moon in Gemini. On Saturday, the 21st, it's going to be the solstice, the beginning of Yule, and the sun will be in Saturn. Saturn is known as the great teacher or the grand taskmaster. Saturn likes to make sure that we're fulfilling our purpose, that we're on the job, so to speak. Okay? Saturn is also the planet of karma. That's why we call it the great teacher. Because if you've not been fulfilling your purpose, if you're not on the job, Saturn's going to smack that ass and make sure you get on your job quick, fast, in a motherfucking hurry. Okay? So, here's the thing. Saturn takes about, it kind of depends because, planets work on an elliptical cycle, not a circular or a linear, an elliptical cycle. So Saturn takes anywhere from 28 to 32 and a half years to make its revolution around the sun. Ain't that something? That's slow. Ain't it slow? That's real slow. So most of us will experience 2 Saturn returns in our life. A Saturn return is where Saturn returns to the place it was in your birth chart. Okay. The first happens between the ages of 28 and 32. Imagine that. And the second happens, I know, don't laugh, 28 to 32 years later. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? Now, you know when Saturn has hit your chart because it tends to be a period of upheaval. Not because Saturn is mad and not because you've been bad. It's not like Santa Claus, you're on the naughty list. It's because Saturn's job is to make sure that the lessons that your soul signed up to learn is actually learning. Okay? Fun fact. When you die, your consciousness goes with you. Your body does not. Your consciousness is made up of your thoughts, emotions, memories. Okay? That's your consciousness. That's why what you experience matters. That's why the vibration you hold matters. It's literally, if you will, coloring your consciousness. And so when you lose your body, you become a spirit, and you decide, oh, I want to jump into a body again. You're going to jump into your body with those emotions those thoughts and those memories. Listen, I know it's not pretty. It's really not. But that is how it works. That's why we see babies, oh, we're born that way. That's how they were born. Oh, they came in like that. Oh, that's how I came in. Yeah, well, you brought it from your past life, baby. That's how that worked, okay? Check this out. Nobody comes from the divine. Nobody comes from the sacred baby place. Nobody comes from heaven, whatever that is for you, pissed off. Why? Why would you be pissed off when you got here? You just got here. What are you mad about? But I'm telling you, y'all seen some mad 1 and 2 year olds, haven't you? Y'all done seen some 1 and 2 year olds that are pissed. That's because they remember the last time was here, shit they dealt with. Okay? So, I got the world, the magician, the high priestess, the moon, the empress, the hermit, the tower, the fool, death, the sun, strength, the emperor, hierophant, temperance, lovers, wheel of fortune, chariot, devil, star, hangman. The star's reversed. Not dang. The only card in reverse is the star. Wah, wah, wah. That's because I think most of us are resigned and cynical, right? We know that there's something going on that we can't put our finger on. We know that the people who have more power and authority than us probably have something to do with it. But the problem is we just can't put our finger on what it is. That's what we're going to talk about. See, what it is that they know that you don't know that you wish you did know, because then if you did know it, you would do something differently than what you've already done, is that it's a spiritual game. Now, I know they'd say, what's that? But how's it go? You're a spiritual being having a human experience. That's so cute. It's so true, but it's not enough. Life is a game, like a video game with levels and layers and bosses and bad guys and all that kind of stuff. And there's bonus packs and experience points, all of that. All of that's in life. Okay. It's all there. But it's a game that your spirit is playing. Have you guys, y'all, I'm going to ask if you played a video game. That's silly. Of course you played a video game. Of course you have. All right. So, you know how I said at the beginning that your soul it's not attached to something until you choose for it to be. It's like that. When you go to play a video game, when you first start the game up, there's nothing going on until you pick a character and then pick which, I'm hearing faction, but it's not that. Like, okay, I like to play role-playing games. So when I turn my game on, it's just on. I got to pick my name, then I pick my name. And then usually I have to pick, am I going to be a male or a female? Ugh, right? I got to pick. All right, I pick one. And then I got to pick, what am I? What am I? Am I a mage? Am I a thief? Am I a monk? Right? You guys get the idea, right? What am I? Aha. Now I'm attaching to something. Do you see what I mean? So your spirit is like that. When you come in, your spirit ain't attached to nothing unless you've made contracts in a past life, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. I hear you smart. Some of you guys are smart. Pipe down. We're not talking about that right now. Some of us did make contracts in a past life. So when we come in, our spirit is attached to something. I'm one of those people. I came in, I was ready to go. Okay. I was like, okay, I just lost a life. I got 5 more. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Some of you are like me. You came in, you're like, bet I just beat that last boss, but it cost me my life, but I'm back, baby. Let's get it. Okay. Some of you come in and you're like, whoa, okay. I don't even know which one of these things to choose. Am I going to be a male or female? What even is a male? What even is a female? I don't even know. Some of you are like that. Okay. It's beautiful. It's awesome. I love it for all of us because it's a game. Because it's a game. Now, oof, I gotta tell you, I wasn't gonna tell you the answer. I told you I was gonna let you figure it out, but I'm gonna let you know. In a game where it's a spiritual game, okay, and the only way to win is to level up and beat the boss at each level and gain experience points. Also, you go on missions. You have a main mission. You have side missions for every level. You guys track this, right? Okay. Now, you might be on a main mission and there's things you have to find on your main mission. People you have to talk to, chests you have to open. You have to get these things out, these materials out, and then forge or craft them to make a tool that you're going to need for the next level. That is exactly how life goes. 100%. That is how life goes. Now, You guys know the term NPC. You've heard people use it today. You've played video games. You know what an NPC is. Most people, okay, because they're intentionally not told that life is a spiritual game, they start their game, they get to that first spot where it's all the NPCs kind of walking around and milling around, right? Like, right after you choose your character and all that kind of stuff and blah, 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 you pick the one that's got the most, whatever you think you want, strength, pack size, agility, wisdom, whatever, however your game loads, right? Most humans stop right there. I call it the lobby, the game lobby, right? The free game spot where all the NPCs are walking around bumping into each other, talking about absolutely nothing. Oh, fine weather we're having today, Bob. Yes, exactly, Susan. I love that sweater that you're wearing. It looks like an ugly Christmas sweater, but it's Easter. Like dumb jokes, all that kind of stuff. That's what's happening. Most of you get stuck there because no one told you it's an actual game, number one, and two, that it's a spiritual game. Duh. So you have no clue that there are people walking around with a blinking light above their head that you have to talk to get your mission. So y'all are tracking. This is cute. I love it. Y'all are like, oh my God. You're just not aware of that. You stand around with the NPCs, okay, and you're like, oh my God, we're talking about Susan's sweater. It's horrible. I saw a better one at Old Navy. Oh my God, right? And some of you are like, Old Navy, I would never. I go to Neiman Marcus. It doesn't matter. You're still hanging out in the lobby. You're still, you're not even on level one. All you did was choose a character and then start hanging out with NPCs. Baby, help yourself. Help yourself. You got to find the person with the blinking blue arrow above their head to get your first mission. You got to do that. You got to do it. That's why nobody's telling you it's a game and then it's a spiritual game. Because the more of you that'll just stick around with the NPCs talking about the mall, your job, the last boyfriend you had, what you saw on Oprah, the latest funniest Facebook reel, and what the hell are they doing on TikTok, the better for those who are actually playing the game. See how that works? Uh-huh. 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 See, Dagaz, the light within. You're like, oh, the light just shone through your beautiful brains. I saw it. It was amazing. So I just put you on some free game. You now are aware that guess what? There's a game. Two, you're supposed to be a player. Duh. Three, you have not been playing. You haven't been playing. You out here talking to these NPCs. And four, you don't know how to play the game. You just found out that you was a player. What are you gonna do? I don't know. But I suggest you find someone that's got a halo around their head because that's the real world equivalent of the blinking light. You have the arrow like talk to this person, talk to this person. Right now, in video games, there's usually the little narrator box. There's a narrator in these new games. Okay, you guys, I've been playing video games for 40 years. I'm not kidding. I wish I were. I'm not. I've been playing video games for 40 years. I had an Atari when it first came out. There you go. That's how old I am. Okay. And then I had everything after that. I want Santa to bring me a Switch for Christmas. Do you think he will? I've been so good. Not really. I've been naughty and nice. But I'm hoping I still get a Switch for Christmas. Please, Santa, please, Santa, please. Anyway, I've been playing video games for 40 years. And so it used to be a dialogue box that popped up and says, go talk to Renfro by the well for your mission, right? Now, there's a voice, there's something that tells you that's reading you your character. Like, hey, Logan, great job. Looking great in that outfit. Head on over to task one, and you go over there. In real life, that's your intuition. You have an intuition that says, go talk to that person. Go to Starbucks this morning. See that person in a red sweater, say hi to them. They'll say something back, right? Or, hey, go for a run in the park this morning. When you see a guy with a dog, stop and pet the dog. That's what your intuition tells you. That's how your intuition works. And that is literally your gameplay. That's your person. That's your game person saying, okay, go get your mission. Go get your task. Now, most of you are like, person, I can't. You don't understand. I don't like strangers. I'm scared. Or this morning, I don't want coffee today. Or, I can't understand. Am I crazy? There's voices in my head. Oh my God, I'm crazy. Just like that woman on TV. Oh no, I'm like the woman on TV. You guys are laughing, but I swear that's what you guys sound like. I promise you. Okay. Um, I have spent most of my existence as your intuition, by the way. That's how I know what you're thinking. I have not been embodied very often. To be honest, it's not my cup of tea. That's just me being authentic. Chewing, I don't like it. What happens after you chew, I don't like that. But hey, I'm here in physical form to prove to you guys, cheers. I'm drinking hibiscus tea, by the way. Um, Somebody had to come tell you how it works, because the people who were here, they were not telling you on purpose. They were letting you walk around with NPCs so they have a better chance of winning. Okay? But here's the thing. Some of you have chosen characters that the game needs. The game needs your skill set. The game needs you for the game to work. My 6-year-old son loves Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph Breaks the Internet. I mean, we listen to the soundtrack, you guys. It's like he really loves Wreck-It Ralph, okay? If you guys know the story, it's about a game. Some of you are Penelope. Some of you are a princess disguising yourself as something else. We need you to stop. We need you to get suited up, get out here, play the game, follow your intuition, get your main mission. It's okay if you run side missions. That's fine. You know, sometimes the side missions give you more experience points than the main mission. No cap. It's okay if you run a side mission. We just need you to play the game, baby. We just need you to play the game. You understand what I'm saying? When I say don't hate the player, hate the game. We need you to play the game. Now, this is really, 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 really important. So listen very, 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 very closely. This is, now I don't like to sound all dire and stuff, but this is your last call to play the game. Because pretty soon, you know what happens? The game board is set and there's no need for NPCs anymore. Have you guys played the games where the further you get in the game, the less you see the NPCs? Now, normally, okay, the games I play, when you get to a town to like restock your pack or trade in some of the stuff that you found that you can't use to make the tool that you need for the next level, there's NPCs walking around there. Or they're in their home, and if you barge in, there they are, right? 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, and 2029, we don't need the NPCs on those levels. So, if you want to be in the game, stop being an NPC. It's as easy as listening to your intuition. Now, if you've not been listening to your intuition and you want to start listening to your intuition now, it is going to be really, really, really uncomfortable, because your intuition is going to ask you to do some extremely uncomfortable things because, yeah, because you've wasted so much time. That's just how they're saying it. That's some of it. Because you've wasted so much time. It's not 1980 anymore. It's 2024. So your intuition is going to throw you into the fire, and it's going to save your butt. Okay? Why? Why is it going to throw you into the fire? Because these analogies, y'all, are just like, wow, they are being so intense. Because the fire is going to render the fat from your bones. You guys are savage right now. The fire is going to render the fat from your bones, and you cannot take the fat into the game with you. It'll slow you down. You won't be able to make any of your checkpoints, and quite honestly, you just have to be fit for this game. Because this game has been going on for some time, should you decide to heed this last call and jump in before it's too late, you're going to have to literally hit the ground running. Okay? Now, the cool thing is when your intuition throws you into the fire, by the time it pulls you out, you're going to have hella experience points. In other words, you're going to level up faster than I did. That's what's cool. It's so freaking cool. You guys, you don't want to talk. I leveled up faster than the generations before me. But if you will jump in the game now, you're going to level up so crazy, 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 crazy fast. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Being thrown into the fire will only hurt if you choose to stay there. It's no different than if you accidentally burn yourself on the stove, right? That's it. That's it. And then it hurt. And then you come out, right? Your intuition yanks you out of the fire and you put your little aloe vera. I use aloe vera and lavender oil on your burn. And then, 24 hours later, it's gone. But you now have experience and you have some wisdom. You cannot play the game in the state that you are currently in. Mentally, physically, emotionally, you can't play the game. You have no experience. So the first mission you try to run, you're going to get killed. Point blank, period, in the story. And it is life or death out there. You guys, are we really doing this as a podcast episode? I had no warning. I had no warning about this. None. I don't know what I thought we were going to talk about, but it wasn't this and it wasn't in this way. So listen, what can I say? It's serious out here. I'm not going to do the love and light thing. That's played out. I am going to do the light thing though. And I'm going to tell you that it's not about good, bad. You've heard me say this. It's not good and bad. It's not up or down. It's not black or white. It's wisdom versus ignorance. That fire is going to burn away your ignorance. You need to be thrown into the fire. I cannot stress that enough. You cannot play the game of life and hold on to beliefs that have nothing to do with this game. So back when I was a coach, I used to tell my people, it's like, and if you're listening, you guys probably remember me saying this. It's like trying to play golf with a baseball bat. You can't do it. You cannot play the game of golf with a baseball bat. It's just not going to work. And it's not personal, it's principle. Now, some of you lovelies have been playing the game. Y'all just got stuck on a side mission. Let me talk to you for a minute. Woo! Okay. And if you get back on track. And if you dial it back, get back on track. You got hella experience points. But likely if you got stuck on a side mission, you also have a lot of stuff in your pack, in your sack, in your whatever you carry in your game, however your game loads. You have extra stuff that's weighing you down. So I now need for you to make your way to the nearest checkpoint, offload as much of that as possible. Only keep what you can craft into something useful for the next level. You heard? Okay, good. Y'all got that. Okay, cool. But honey, you're stuck on a side mission. You gotta come out. It's giving Wizard of Oz stuck in the field of poppies. Yeah, wake it up, wake it up. Okay, now that's newbies, people stuck in a side mission. Let's talk to the ferocious warriors. Yo, my spirit team is just they've been on one for I don't know. I'm not even going. I can't. Let's keep going. For those of you who've been playing the game full out, congratulations. Not only have you leveled up, I'm seeing bonus in all capital letters. You are about to get bonused big time. Big time. Now, some of you will become checkpoints for the new people and for the people who've been stuck on side missions. Why? Because if you've been playing the game at this point, you know how to transmute and alchemize things that they have. Pay attention. You cannot play the game for them, and they cannot trauma dump on you. New people and side mission people, did you hear that? They can't trauma dump on you. However, they can come to you and make an exchange or barter with you so that you help them alchemize and transmute the extra crap that they have in their pack. New people shouldn't have anything in their pack, honestly. New people should be fresh out of the fire, still trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and you just give them their mission, okay? Side mission people have hella stuff in their pack. You're going to have to help them drop weight fast. That's okay, though. You're the new checkpoint. You can do that. Because, again, the extra stuff in their pack, you know how to transmute, alchemize, and craft into something useful that you can then sell back. Okay? All right. So congratulations on your level up. Congratulations on your bonus. Well done. Thank you for playing the game as designed. Now, for those of you who've been tasked as being bosses of different levels in the game, Watch out. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Watch out. Word on the street is there's a virus in the program and it's glitching bosses. I don't know where that message came from, and I don't know who I'm talking to, but I delivered it. Thank you. Okay, I did my job. All right, you guys. This was not at all the episode I thought we were gonna have, but as always, I allow myself to channel whatever the divine wants to say, and apparently that's what wanted to come through today. I can tell you, jeez. Um, we're in a portal right now, and I have a feeling that when we get on the other end of this portal, it, life as we know it will be completely altered. And so I feel very deeply, feeling into the words that have come out of my mouth in this episode, I feel very deeply that this really was a last call, that this was the divine's way of saying, hey, this is it. I mean, this is it. There's nothing else after this. If you're in, you're in. If you're out, you're out. And for all of you, whether you're new, side mission, been playing, or a boss, I hope you continue to trust your path, your process, and your purpose. Ashe. Oh, and for those of you who do not know, I am on Instagram at Neftara Grace, and you can get a daily tarot reading from me on YouTube at Neftara Grace 144. Ashe, fam.